runs, a little run, and goes boom, hits the lady in the face, and all hell broke loose. What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. My name is Nelson. Today we're inside the FJ Cruiser. Voodoo Blue, baby. Woo! So now that we're in, let's take a look. I gotta replace this Viper alarm because it's not working. It's missing the cover and something just not working out. I want to remove it and go back to stock. My key is a little blue, which matches everything. So I'm thinking that's like some kind of original Toyota thing. Obviously Voodoo Blue. I love these big grippy handles that it has. Just amazing. Really big speakers. Everything is kind of huge and a little bit, you know, everything's just big on it, and it's really cool. I really like it. It's got my little storage compartment here, and it works. Usually things like that are always broken, but that's Toyota, baby, right? Everything in the Toyota will break except for the Toyota. That's why you gotta love Toyota. Pioneer radio. You see 213,000 miles, no lights on the dash. Temperature good, got some good gas. RPM's looking really nice. What do you guys think of the cluster on the FJ Cruiser? What do you guys think of the blue on the interior? You know, what do you guys think of the interior itself? I mean, it's built like a tank. So rugged. You know, everything is hardcore, just big old shifter. Everything is just really... Let's go for a drive. Toyota problems with the seat belts. I do have some pretty crazy, juicy stories, and I've never, ever in my entire life seen this happen, seen this go down, even though it has almost once happened to me. So I was driving down the road one time. Let me start with my not so juicy story just to warm you guys up. I was driving down the road chilling in Sacramento when I was going to school for auto mechanic, and there was a weird road in Sacramento. You know, Sacramento's so big, it's the city of trees. There's so much people there. And there was a guy, and I mean, I would drive this road every single day to go to school in my Acura Integra. And I was chilling, and there was this guy who was in the turning lane, and I think it was a solid green, but he wasn't turning and there was no one coming. So I honked at him one time, and dude, this guy got out of his car. He put his hands up like he was trying to do something. He's like, what, bro, what? And I was a little college kid back in those days. I was like 18, 19, living on my own, living the dream. But I was still like a small, little, scrawny little kid. And this guy was big, tattoos all over the place. He wanted to fight me. He was going to go down over a honk. You know, I just go, oop. So then, you know, he got hecka mad over that. Do you guys get mad when someone honks at you? I don't get mad at anything nowadays. It's just the truth. I don't really care. I only focus on what I'm doing. But I'm just saying, like, sometimes people get really mad. So this guy knew that I was honking at him, got out of his car, said, what's up? And honestly, ever since then, in my car, I always carry something. Right now, you know, I'm kind of a mechanic, sort of. So I carry a broken Craftsman wrench. It's the 1/2 inch, it's like this big. And it's a big metal wrench that I broke, and Craftsman won't warranty for me, so now I use it as a defense tool. Because, okay, this is another story. Last, like 2-3 nights ago, I was leaving the dealership. I was all by myself. It was about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, right? Everyone was gone, and I was closing up the shop. I locked the door, and there's this homeless guy. He's walking around. He's wearing a cowboy hat, and I mean, you can just tell they got backpacks. They look kind of bad. So I was chilling, and this guy, he's walking back and forth, and then it looks like he's hiding behind a truck outside across the street. And I'm like, what the heck is up with this dude, right? Because there's some suspicious stuff that goes on at the dealer. It just happens. I think on Monday, today is Thursday, on Monday someone tried to steal the cats on our Toyota Tacoma. So they're still doing that. People are still stealing catalytic converters. So this guy was just freaking me out, you know? So then he starts walking up to me. I'm at the gate already, locking it up, and he starts walking up to me. And so then I kind of like take the lock off, which is this big metal lock like this big to lock our gate. And I'm like, hey, what's up, bro? I was like, how are you doing? Can I help you with something? because he's walking right up to me, and he looks even worse now that he's close. And he walks up to me, he's like, oh no bro, no, I was looking for my dad. And I'm like, I'm not your dad. You know? And he's like, no. He's like, and then he starts asking me questions. He's like, what are you doing here? And I was like, oh, I just work here, bro. He's like, are you the owner? I'm like, no, I'm not the owner, dude. I was like, I drive that piece of poop Camry over there, a little beater Camry that I've been driving these couple of days. And he's like, oh, I used to be a mechanic. So he starts telling me his life story, and then he's like, oh, look, there's my dad. So then he goes across the street, and there was no one there. It's like almost like he's talking to himself and stuff. So really freaking me out, dude. Just crazy. So with that being said, that's why I carry stuff around. Sometimes I leave the dealership with a screwdriver, man, because, you know, I'll leave with something bright, like an orange screwdriver. That way people see that I have something, because when I leave, it's usually 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night. And what happens is these guys, you're working inside the shop, or I'm doing something online where I'm posting a video or posting pictures or anything, and people will just start screaming. Oh, it honks if you hold it here too. You just hear people screaming. And, you know, the thing that people don't realize is that we have to deal with this stuff, all right? This is stuff we deal with. I've had homeless people, ladies, girls, guys, they'll show up to the dealer. Please, can I hide here? Can I hide here? And I'm like, who are you? What are you doing here? She's like, I need to hide. This guy's looking for me. And I'm like, all right, stay right there. I'm gonna call the police right now. No, don't call the police. I just need to hide here. I was like, all right, just stay right there, hide. I'm gonna call the police for you. I'm gonna just go. I'm just gonna go. And then they leave, and then like 5 minutes later, some guy comes in. Hey, you see a lady here? I was like, hey, you see this girl? She looks like this. And I'm like, no, bro, I haven't seen her. But dude, I'm serious. Like, things get really bad right around my area. So you gotta be ready for it. All right, this is the crazy story. Every time I go to Modesto, something happens, dude, and I never have my camera. I'm gonna start bringing my camera everywhere. So I was on my way to Modesto, and I'm at the stoplight, basically gonna merge onto the freeway, right? And on the opposite side, I'm at the stoplight, and on the opposite side, they have the stop too. The light's red for both of us. An HHR pulls up, a Chevy HHR, white, Honda Accord, like a newer Honda Accord, like a 2015. These guys show up. I'm like, cool. The driver on the HHR pops out, and the driver on the Honda Accord, they both pop out of their vehicles, and they freaking in the middle of the road, and they just get right next to them, and boom, start shoving each other. Boom, I mean hard, dude. And I'm like watching it from the other side, and I'm just like, oh my God, it's going down. Where is my camera when you need it? Dude, they went so crazy. And then on their passenger sides on both cars, 2 ladies come out. So it's 2 guys fighting and 2 girls fighting, right? And they're just shoving each other like in their faces, like talking smack. And I'm just like, oh my God. And then it looks like it's over, right? So the guy goes and he gets in the HHR, and the girl's like still shouting, but she's like shouting to the guy now. And the guy, it looks like it's over. It's completely over, right? She's like walking back, and the guy in the Accord, like he like runs a little run and goes boom, hits the lady in the face, and all hell broke loose. There was he hit her in the face, and she like she fell up against her car, the HHR, the white HHR, and he just started boom, 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 like raining bombs on her, dude. He was beating up a lady, and I was across the street on the other side of the light while the cars were passing by, and I was like, oh my God, this is craziness. Everyone comes out of the cars now, and everyone, just a giant fight on the middle of the road in the freeway in Turlock, California. This is the valley. Like none of that stuff happens here. Crazy. So I mean, that could happen to me in Sacramento. If it happened to me in Sacramento, I would not be surprised. But there's just so many different people moving from different places over here to the valley, because the valley is supposedly cheaper. Oh my God, it was just insane and insanity. So what ends up happening is the fight's over now, right? It took like the whole entire fight literally lasted like 30 seconds or a minute. That's a long time. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. It's a long time. So the fight is over again. Everyone runs in their cars. The guy in the Honda Accord had his window down. The lady that was pushed up against the white HHR, she freaking comes to life. She gets up and she starts running, and she goes boom, jumps through the guy's window and just punches the guy in the face. And the guy, he freaking takes off in the car. It was just the craziest, most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, it would just not end. It was a non-ending fight. It was, wow. Wow. And it just goes to show you guys how crazy and how fast things can be in the road. Like, not a lot of things in the road surprise me, like tires breaking down and, you know, parts flying off. But something like that does surprise me. I mean, guys, don't road rage. Don't fight. I don't know if they knew each other or what, but let me tell you, right after the fight, the guy turned to the right and the girl, she went going straight, and it was like nothing ever happened. So I hope no one got hurt, at least seriously hurt or seriously injured. I hope everyone's okay. But man, oh man, like, that was just so extreme. I wonder what happened in that situation. What do you guys think happened in that situation? I mean, why would you fight someone like that, right? A complete stranger. When I was in SAC and that person came out of their car to like face me, I don't know if he has a gun. Everyone has a gun now. Everyone's loaded up. I don't know if the guy has a knife. Everyone has knives. Even me, I don't have a gun or a knife, but I do have something to protect myself with just in case I need it. So with me knowing that I already have something, me knowing that everyone else has things, why would I put myself in harm's way? Just don't do it. Don't put yourself in that situation. Stay clean, stay out of trouble, you know, stay everything. You know, that's my number one thing. My number one thing is always just stay out of trouble. Little Kena scooter. I think that's gonna be the video, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one, because I think we're out of time.